What is going on YouTube? Jay Clark the Jumper here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my November challenge of 1,000 calf raises a day, why I'm doing it, and why I think it's something you might consider adding into your training. Let's get into it. Alright, we are about halfway through November, and my calves are really sore from doing this. I'm going to explain why I'm doing it, but I am going to make sure I'm using my Meebach massage gun. This video is actually sponsored by Meebach. If you guys do not know, Meebach is a deep tissue massager that softens stiff muscles and soothes the tissues around them, which relieves that muscle stiffness and soreness, promotes blood flow, and produces a relaxing effect on the targeted area, just like my calves. The rhythmic hammering of the massage head against the muscle helps to alleviate athlete recovery from tension workouts and makes it easier for those who need to relieve stress, feelings of anxiety, soreness, pain, or overall muscle tension. The Meebach Deep Tissue Massager is designed with 5 adjustable speeds and 7 different head attachments in varying sizes and shapes to suit different needs and target specific areas of the body. And like I was saying, this is something I use before training and after training to make sure that my muscles are, relaxed. It's kind of interesting. Before I actually start talking about the calf raises, I am currently listening to Tom Brady's audiobook, and he talks about pliability, the ability to maximally contract and relax. And a lot of times we look at a muscle and it's all about the contraction, but the relaxing is just as important. And I definitely think that this massage gun is going to be something that can help you with relaxing your muscles. And if you guys want access to this massage gun, I'm going to put a link in the comment section. Make sure you guys use code THEJUMPER to get my discount. All right, if you guys are following me on Instagram, you know I've been posting about the 1,000 calf raise challenge. All right, so my neighbor is doing some construction. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the video too much, but let's keep it rocking and rolling. Like I was saying, for the month of November, I decided to start a challenge of doing 1,000 calf raises every single day. And there's multiple reasons why I think it's important. And I took notes, and I'm gonna kind of look over at the notes to make sure I'm hitting all of the things that I want to say and make sure I am properly articulating myself when I say it. And I just want to kind of explain a little bit of why I think it's important. And this explanation, a lot of the explanations aren't going to be kind of your what's the guy's name, Jeff Nippard, science-based style training videos. I love those videos, by the way. I think they're awesome. This is more of an anecdotal case study style from my personal experience. And it's one of those things where if you've ever been into the gym, you guys know, proper set rep schemes for strength or for hypertrophy. But if you talk to that old school bodybuilder who says do this and you've done it and it works, it's kind of one of those style kind of videos, and that's kind of what the challenge really is and what I want it to evolve into throughout the year, because I definitely want to just start with this and kind of progress it into a monthly kind of thing that leads to something way bigger. Just like I was saying earlier in my previous YouTube videos, once the channel gets 50,000 views, I'm giving away a free Vertical Leap program, and I want this to kind of be the start of that. So one of the big things of why I think doing 1,000 calf raises is going to be important, or why it's important to me at least, is lifestyle training. And I want to coin a term for that, like lifestyle training, but as of right now, we're just going to call it lifestyle training. Many people, when they go to the gym, they train for a specific set of time, whether it's, I train in the morning at 4 to 6, or I train in the afternoon from 3 to 5, whatever your routine is, your workout routine is your routine. And psychologically, your body, gets adapted to that style, and, you're only training for that time. But as humans, we are constantly contracting and relaxing our muscles. We're constantly moving in space, and our body doesn't understand, you know, this is a workout or this isn't a workout. You know, it understands stress and load and forces. So one of the big things that doing 1,000 calf raises throughout the day, because typically you're not going to sit there and crank out 1,000. You're just going to, you know, you're breaking it up through the day. I wake up in the morning, I crank out some calf raises. I'm sitting in the locker room at work, cranking out some calf raises. I'm at practice with my athletes. We crank out some calf raises. Right before I go to bed, I'm cranking out calf raises if I didn't get my 1,000. So this idea of training becomes an all-day thing is something that I want, you know, my body to adapt to. So I'm, you know, there's that saying, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I want to stay ready and be athletic all of the time. One of the other things that I wrote in my notes is supplemental. And what I mean by that is this is a supplemental exercise thing. This is not, I'm not doing 1,000 calf raises and that's it for the month. I'm doing my regular weight training. I'm doing my regular conditioning. I, you know, sprained my ankle recently, so I'm doing my physical therapy, and I'm doing my 1,000 calf raises to enhance my training. I don't want you guys to think that, like, we've seen those videos where everyone's saying like, oh, 1,000 calf raises will make you jump higher. Doesn't, whatever your view is. But a lot of times when people do studies, especially with the scientific based training, you have to control for variables, meaning you can only do one thing. So who is to say that squats plus calf raises equal a better jump? Glute hip thrust plus calf raises equal a better jump. So I think one of the things that I'm doing is I'm just adding this into my training to help benefit everything that I'm doing. And really under that I wrote sweat the small stuff, and that's what it's trying to do, is pay attention to all of the little details that make a great jumper. We know power cleans, hang cleans, squats, deadlifts, glute hip thrust, those big movements of the big muscles of the posterior chain are going to lead to better jumping. You're going to see that these muscles correlate more with jumping. However, that doesn't mean that your calves are not important for jumping. Your ankle strength is not important for jumping. It is, and everything is important. So I want to give a little bit more love to, you know, my lower leg, because, you know, I'm guilty of focusing on the big things all the time and sometimes ignoring the little things. I will sometimes forget to do my auxiliary stuff after a big workout. Let's say, like, a lot of times when you see me hit those big PRs with squatting and cleans, when I hit a big lift, I'm done. I take the belt off and I come inside and I enjoy the rest of my day, because the job was done. But in reality, the job wasn't done. You gotta focus on the little things too if you want to be the best that you can actually, realize and strive to become. So sweating the small stuff is another one. What did I put right here? I put in my notes, I put weakest link. So for me, when I assess kind of my strengths and where I'm at in my training, I just felt that my calves, my ankle strength, my lower limb strength was kind of a limiting factor. Ankle mobility as well. I talked about, when I was talking about the Meebach massage gun, I talked about pliability. It's about, maximum contraction, which I think I can improve, but also relaxation, being able to hit certain positions. And if my calves, my lower limbs are a lot stronger, they can take a little bit more force that will save my knees, will save my hips, and help me become the best athlete that I can be, put me in better positions to take off 1 foot or 2 foot when I'm dunking. So, focusing on strengthening your weakest link. When I was a little kid, I used to always read about Michael Jordan and his training. And one thing that Michael would do he would look at one of his weaknesses in his game and work on it all summer, so it became a strength. So when you think his competition had him figured out, the next year he's killing them with something that they thought he couldn't do, whether it's like dribble with your left or, shoot a jumper, whatever the case may be. So for me as a dunker, my ankle mobility, my ankle strength is something that I need to really work on. So that's another reason why I want to focus on. And the last note, what does it say? Jump strength? Why would I say jump strength? Well, this is why I'm just not a YouTuber. Jump strength. I don't even know what I had to say about jump strength, this is what I'll tell you to do. This is actually going to be a part 1 of the video. I'm gonna share my, I guess, findings, if you will, after the month is up. I've been having my student athletes do it as well, and I'll kind of get their point of view. We've been talking about it already, even in practices, and this is something that we don't want to give up. Even when I move on to the next part of the challenge, I want to keep some aspect of calf raises throughout the day, and I think that's ultimately where I see it evolving into. So I've in one of my previous programs that I've written and sold, I talk about daily dozens, and I think, you know, I'm going to look at kind of the daily dozens and kind of tweak that and add one every single month. So when we get back to the month of November, now we have 12 exercises that we're doing for a set amount of reps throughout every single day on top of our regular training. And this is kind of, you know, that lifestyle training that, you know, you want to be the elite level type athlete that does everything in their power to be the best that they can be. So I understand if it's, you know, if you're looking at this from a isolation standpoint, doing just 1,000 calf raises, do I think that's going to help you jump higher? Even then, it depends. If you're a novice jumper, probably it'll help because you're just doing something to help you get better. But if you're a more advanced athlete, do I think it's going to make you a better jumper? Who's to say it does? I honestly think worst case, it will do no harm. It's not going to make you, you know, worse at what you're doing. But at the end of the day, I think if you're doing this on top of all the things that you should be doing within your training, with, you know, proper care of your body, check out the deep tissue massager, I think you will be in a better position to perform your best. So that's the jumper challenge for the month of November, 1,000 calf raises. What I'll do is I'll get this video out as soon as possible. I'll get part 2 out hopefully a couple days before December starts, so we can get on the next part of the challenge. Remember, this video is sponsored by MeBot. Check them out. The link is in the bio. I'm going to put the link in the bio. I'm also gonna, make sure you guys use the code THEJUMPER. I'm put it right here, THEJUMPER, to receive a discount. And if you guys have any questions about the challenge, put them in the comment section below. I'm going to answer them. Want to get us going, want to get this channel going, and I want to help you guys become the best jumpers that you can be. Make sure you guys check out the Do the Impossible merch. I truly believe nothing is impossible. You can do anything you set your mind to. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm actually gonna, turn on the massager, get it going, and start to knock out some calf raises before I get my day going. Take care, everybody.